The Nittany Lions will put toe to leather and will get started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Iowa's offense will take the field first. And Jesse, they've got a quarterback that if he can get into a rhythm can certainly make plays for his team.
Here's the thing about him, too. He's not the most consistent guy, and he's not the most talented quarterback in the country. But when he's hot, he's really, really tough to stop, David. It's important they get this guy going early.
Yeah, and it's not just him. Like, the offense has to...
Breaks into the open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Well, there's a big run on offense, and guys, I don't think a defender even touched him anywhere near the line of scrimmage. That's how big that hole was.
Quick strike complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Using the quick game. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Can the D deny them on second and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions offense will go to work for the first time today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Look out. He's got room. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Kennick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast. Win our conference. Well, this is step 1. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams and players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers.
There he goes. game-saving tackle at the 17.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Trying to run it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Penn State! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Rushes on him. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they find some of the best players in all of football.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Quickly complete. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
I just know I was going down. That's when she found me.
And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. On the move is the 30. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The Hawkeyes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Going right to work up top. Hauls it in. Running into the open space. There he goes. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Quarterback may change this route. He's looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. Looking to buy time. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed.
Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
With the run on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. North Carolina is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over SMU. Any big changes in this ACC clash, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin turning it on. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
These quarterbacks are nightmares to play. Pretty good coverage on the outside. Man-to-man, nobody looking at the quarterback. He takes off. He doesn't look like a quarterback. Looks like a running back. Chews up yards, gets way down the field, and makes a big play for this offense.
They'll run the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. And he has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right. And maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Iowa!
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally scored. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab down the left side. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
35, Iowa, 10.
If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Here's the handoff. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun 1st half. And if you thought that was a quick 1st half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Gonna take a shot. Got it in stride inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can't pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. He'll pitch it. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's gonna pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, if they're going to get back in this game, they need more plays like that. That was something that was missing in the first half. Explosive plays in the passing game, and they get one here, trailing early in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if these receivers can make more plays like that as this game goes on.
The run from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run play action. Bought a little time, lets it go. Makes the catch. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throw him the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
And the Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. From the gun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The hand to the running back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds it back in the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Slams it ahead. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Now the play fake. Here's a heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeye! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ballgame.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here.
Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got the quick pass. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
You know, it's really tough. It's tough to be a DB because you can't get there too early. You can't get there too late. He gets there perfect timing and gets the deflection.
They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Nittany Lions will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quickly complete. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. The snap sets up to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Good tackle there to stop him short of the 1st down. It'll bring up a big decision.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds the big tight end. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
Not going to give him a chance. The play is they boot that thing through the end zone. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Looking to throw on 1st down. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Running through contact, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Penn State! With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you're getting to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense, the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
Just a short pass to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Hawkeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws for the tight end. We've got a man in the middle. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got the first down. Looking for more. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats. The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Breaks the tackle. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Finding open areas. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Nittany Lions come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to him again. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Rides the back on the option, the give. Back's going for the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. And the Nittany Lions kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to pound it in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He'll field the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. The give to the back. Can't get him to the ground. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The Nittany Lions with a second and short to keep this drive moving. When you know you have a team